Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. We're back, we're busy, it's going to be one of those summers. Make sure you smash a like. But Paul Pogba has officially left Manchester United. Manchester United themselves making the unusual, probably unprecedented announcement that Paul Pogba will leave. I believe this is Manchester United utilising a week where they can't sign a player, because ultimately I would have expected Paul Pogba to be leaving Manchester United at the end of the month, announced on the start of July. But actually, they've announced it on the 1st of June that Paul Pogba will officially leave Manchester United. I'll read you the official statement from the club. The club announced that Paul Pogba will leave Manchester United at the end of June upon the expiry of his contract. The Frenchman has enjoyed a long association with United, having joined the club's academy from Le Havre at the age of just 16. Pogba quickly progressed through the ranks, first depressing in the 18s. Following season. Okay, yep. Just he did this, he did that, he won trophies. Okay. Is there anything actually coming in? Trajectory, okay. Paul was instrumental in Europe, okay. Scored in the semi-final against Roma, okay. The Frenchman made 27 appearances. It was a low-key end to the career that had brought so many individual high moments, but for a boy that joined the academy at 16 to make over 200 United appearances and lift the youth club along with 2 major pieces of silver, not to mention the World Cup, is something that should be applauded and celebrated. Everyone at the club would like to congratulate Paul on his successful career and thank him for his contributions to Manchester United. We wish him all the best. I would just say, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, really, I was contemplating going live on this, and then I thought, I'm not wasting half an hour on this. 10 minutes max. I wish Paul Pogba all the best, because I'm a nice person. That's it. I've got no regrets. I've got no hurts. This is absolutely the right decision. I suppose it reflects back on Manchester United again. Remember, it is a new Manchester United now, apparently. I look back at the Glazers and Ed Woodward and what happened 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago? We should have sold him then. How many leaked stories have we had from Pogba or his agent, rest in peace, Mino Raiola, about him not being happy at Manchester United? Absolutely should have happened sooner than it has. Absolutely correct that it happens now. My enduring look. Will time be kind on Paul Pogba? I think sometimes you go, no, it won't. Sometimes it is. I mean, I was speaking about Mourinho last night and saying that time's actually been kind on Mourinho. Maybe time will be kind on Pogba, but we'd have to keep underperforming for a long time. Pogba, Carabao Cup winner, Europa League winner, won a World Cup while he was at United, but never really hit what he should have done. He was on big wages. We paid a lot of money for him. He didn't ever really grasp that opportunity that was there to become the pinnacle of that team and conduct that team. And you look at what Ronaldo did last year, and I think this is the big thing for me. Ronaldo last year played in the worst United side I've ever seen, and he still scored 18 goals. He still performed in a rubbish team. And I kept saying this for years and years. You stick Messi in that Stoke side 10 years ago, there would have still been moments of Messi. He wouldn't have won the Champions League, he wouldn't have won the league, but individually you'd still see the quality. What was the excuse for Paul Pogba? Everyone said we didn't build a team around him, and I understand that to a certain extent. I really do agree that we didn't really provide him with the midfield that was right for him. But even with that, we only ever saw glimpses of what his talent was. The consistency just wasn't there with Paul Pogba, and I think he has to take responsibility for that. I like Pogba. When we bought him, I saw this tall, energetic, athletic, gifted with the feet, can dribble, can shoot, can pass. I thought he's got the lot. We didn't see that. We didn't see Paul Pogba running with the ball that often. We didn't see him using that physicality or reading the game like he can do. He never seemed to be engaged in that United vision or drive, certainly for his last 3 or 4 years. So we hung on to him for too long, and he's run his contract down, and we're going to lose him again for nothing. And remember that. We lost Pogba for nothing a decade ago. Would never should have happened. We spent £89 million to bring him back, and we're losing him for nothing again. It's a failure. It's a failure on Manchester United's part, and it's a failure on Paul Pogba's part. But Paul Pogba will win from this, because Paul Pogba will go and play at Juventus or PSG and turn his back on United, as is his right. Manchester United will have to look at that and learn from it. And I think we can learn from it in this new vision. We can learn from what we did with Paul Pogba. Buying this shirt-selling, sensational talent and then not actually knowing how to use it. I think Mourinho failed. Ultimately, Solskjaer massively failed. And obviously, Pogba failed himself. But it's the right time. I don't have any ill will to Paul Pogba. I know some of our fans do. I don't. I think he is a talented player. I've seen lots of players over the years that haven't been consistent, and I think that's something that Pogba, away from Manchester United, has to have levelled at him. His consistency is an issue. He's 29. On his day, he's brilliant, but those days in a United shirt certainly were few and far between. He obviously wasn't happy at United for a long time. You could see he was disengaged, and I think United managed the whole process badly. Obviously, a lot of that's aimed at Woodward and the regime before, and this is what people like Arnold and Murta have got to learn from. So I wish Pogba all the best. He's not staying in the Premier League. He's not really somebody that's going to keep me awake at night, you know, going to Juventus or PSG, and it's the right thing. And I hope, although I know this won't be the same for some fans, I hope we can look at it as a amicable divorce that needs to happen. Like two people in a relationship who just don't love each other. It's time to part ways, but doesn't mean that we have to be disrespectful. You know, a divorce can be very toxic. For me, this is just, we don't fit, and we go our separate ways, and that's how I look at it. Some people will be toxic. They'll be like, nah, jog on, I don't like the guy, piss off, get out of our club. But it's unusual that Manchester United have announced it on June the 1st because his contract's up in a month. But maybe all the talk about Pogba going to Juventus and this, that and the other, certainly I think on the horizon there's some documentary where he might be announcing where he's going to go. I think United have probably acted quite smart here and just said, look, we're not going to be part of that circus. We don't want this Pogba's going to PSG, Pogba's going to Juventus while you're still a United player. We're going to draw a line under it. You're going, you're gone. We all knew he was going. As soon as the season started, we knew he wasn't going to sign a new contract. It's embarrassing that United put a contract of £400,000 a week on the table, but fair play to Pogba, to be fair. He could have signed for the money. He just wants out, and that's something I would say positive about Pogba. And as I said, I don't really have anything negative to say about Pogba. It's just time to part ways. But ultimately, he could have stayed at this club for money, and he's never wanted to do that in the final year. He's wanted to go, and at 29, I don't blame him wanting to go. I think it's exactly the right thing to do, and you know, it is time. Hopefully, the only question I have is, can we do this for Lingard now as well? Because I want him gone as well. I think the constant Instagram posts about how fit he is, this, that and the other. I've seen Lingard do this year after year after year. He gets really fit and it's like, I'm going to try under a new manager. It's time to go, Jesse. Do what Pogba's done. Move on. And I suppose one other positive is that in a week where we want things to happen, at least we know Pogba's going. I mean, I knew it, you knew it. Some people thought there might be a chance. Pogba's going. That's 350 grand a week off the wage bill. You know, it's a start, isn't it? We know Pogba's going to go, but at least we definitely know that's the case now. And United, I think, have acted decisively, just to put that out there. But what's your thoughts on Paul Pogba? What do you think about Paul Pogba? What do you think about his future? What do you think about his past at Manchester United? How will you remember Paul Pogba? For me, I think I remember it with regrets. I think it could have been something really special. The club made mistakes. Pogba made mistakes. Ultimately, we hung on to each other for 2 years too long. We should have let Pogba go. We should have moved on. In the last 2 years, what has he really given? I mean, there was moments like that goal at Fulham last year, and there was moments this season. But basically, the last 2 years, he must have. If you take the 2 seasons, he's probably missed a season through injury. A waste of time and a waste of money over the last 2 years. And United need to learn from it. I wish Pogba all the best. It's time to go. And I've got absolutely no regrets about him going. I don't feel sad about it. I think it's overdue. It needs to happen, and we need to move forward. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and get your comments in below. What are you thinking about Paul Pogba departing Manchester United?